So I'm going to pass the mic. Someone has their mic open. I don't know who it is. Let me take a peek. Maybe it's Tone. Tone has his mic open. I'm going to close it. Oops. And I'm going to pass the mic right over to Coach Korn. Brad, the mic's yours.
Oh boy, we still got a lot of people on stage, and we're talking about relationships. Okay, here I go. So here's just something that I've figured out in the 30 years that I've really focused on relationships and built everything around it. And I'll tell you what that definition looks like, which I hope it will speak to everyone in this room just about how to even 10x this whole conversation. So here's what I've figured out through coaching thousands of people is that we naturally keep in touch with about 10% of the people we've actually met in the world. And I'm talking about if you look at your database, if you look at a past client list, if you look at your Facebook friends list, these are your friends. Don't you have relationships with friends? And we naturally keep in touch with about 10% of them. Now, that doesn't mean we keep in touch great. We just actually talk to them once a year or maybe once every 3 years. Some people we see more often than not. So I'm going to start with lists of names. You got a social media list. You got a cell phone list, a database list, email list. You've bought lists. You got tax rolls if you're a real estate agent. We've got rosters of this group and that group. I mean, we got a roster of people here and then the roster of everyone that you follow on Clubhouse. You got your high school yearbooks. Let's just start with social media and cell phones for a minute. If you were to open up all those lists and start at the top and just start scrolling through every name and looking at them, do you know who they are? Can you picture their face? Do you know if they're married? Do you know if they're divorced? Do you know if they're even alive? Do they like pets? Do they like, I mean, we're talking about relationships, right? I mean, you know something about someone. And I'm not talking about you have to have best friends with everyone on the list, but if we're going to be in relationship, people love doing business with people they know, like, and trust. That's a relationship, right? So if you look at Instagram handles, can you go through your whole list of Instagram people that are following you and who you're following? And do you know what that handle is? Like, could you tell yourself who that person is? So I'm going to kind of land the plane with this. My filter to even start to begin a relationship with anyone is, can I write them a personal note after a conversation when we connect? Now, it's not like I have to write the same person a note every time I talk. I don't even have to write this person a note every year. I'm writing a note the first time we connect to start the relationship. And my rules are no I, me, or my in the note. Write a note without the word I, me, or my in it, because it's not about us. It's about, did I pay attention to the conversation and did I connect enough that I can say it was, and this is a script, by the way, but it's very heartfelt script. It was so great connecting today. Your energy, your smile, love your laugh, whatever it is, it's always great to connect with you. Looking forward to keep in touch, Brad. Now, I just gave you an example of a note card that I write daily with no I, me, or my in it. Now, let me tell you what the result of this is, and I'll get out of here so we can get the rest of the people on here. Tuesday, I was at our office meeting at the real estate office, and they were going over some listing contest. So they're, trying to pump up, get more listings, do some more work. And I don't know that those really make an agent get up every day and go get more listings. Most of you real estate agents know what I'm talking about. But this office has over 600 agents in it. 600 agents. And I am listed as an individual agent. I have a part-time assistant and I run my business solo for a purposeful reason. Hopefully I'm not cutting out. My purposeful
Tony's mic got open.
Okay. So I'm doing it because I want to show that you can sell 60, 70, 80, 100 homes in real estate for real estate agents as a solo agent if you have great systems and you just stay in touch with people. So I'm actually doing it to prove a point. And I'm not driving myself crazy. I feel like I'm one of the laziest realtors in Kansas City, but that's just my funny term because I work very hard and I work great for my clients. Just made somebody 10 grand yesterday that they would not have gotten. But here's the point. I'm sitting in the meeting and they're showing the results of the contest so far. Would you guys believe that for agents that have been in the business 10 plus years, I'm freaking number one spot in a contest, and I didn't even know we were having a contest. And I'm sitting there thinking, what is going on? Some of these people are literally, real estate is their job. Like that's their livelihood. And, I'm in here playing with you guys every day. I coach people. I sell real estate, but it's the relationships that I built over the last 30 years that move them from a haven't met database, or I'm going to say, when you have that master list that you're blast marketing to, that's your haven't met group, and you're trying to get a marketing message and a call to action to get them to pick up the phone and call you. But if you take that list and you start connecting with just a few people a day off that list, and you move them onto your met list, and you can write a handwritten note to them, if you peel off 100 people off of a list of 10,000 people, just think about the business that you're going to get from those 100 people that you actually connected with. It's going to be 10 times more than the other 900 people that are just continuing to receive the blast emails, blast postcards. So what it is it's a relationships every single day is to peel more people off of the blast stuff and reconnect with those people on your social media list, and find out if do they like dogs? Do they have cats? And did they have kids that graduated, moved out? I mean, crap, we might be mailing stuff to them and the spouse has been gone for a year or 2 years or 3 years. That's my fear. So that's what I would share about relationships, is to slice off a few people every day, connect, write a note, which means you got to have an address. I mean, really? You have a relationship with people you don't even know where they live? And if you're a real estate agent and you sell houses and you don't have their address, we sell houses. The house is an address. How can you have a database with no addresses? So anyway, I can go on this, so I'm going to close her down right here and crash this plane onto the runway.
Yeah, but Brad, it's so true that, a relationship is also an action, right? And it does mean getting those details. It's like, how often are we sort of prescribing that we can just let our relationships cruise along on cruise control? And I just wanted to say thank you again for taking time with Amanda and I to go over everything you just shared, but in detail. Brad spent like 2.5 hours with Amanda and I, and the time zip by. We had the best time. And that's also who you are. So thank you for being that way in this room always. Passing the mic on to Christopher Casson.